Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making reclaimed bug houses from the kits which you can purchase via our website. As well as the kit, you will also need a hammer, a pencil, a tape measure, a screwdriver and a paintbrush. The first thing that we're going to do is take two of your longer shelf pieces and the one smaller piece that you've got in your pack. You need to take your tape measure and your pencil and you need to mark halfway on each of your longer boards. And then I've used a ruler just to join mine together, and I've also extended the lines on the edges as well. So do that to both of your longer boards. The next thing that we're going to do is take our smaller piece and line it up to that central line that we've just put on the longer shelf. You can mark this up, so you can mark the center point on this smaller piece if you'd like, or you can just do it by eye like I'm going to do. So to do that, we're going to take our glue, spread a bit along that top edge, and place the longer piece on top. Once you've got your centerpiece in, you need to take your nails and your hammer, hold it while you knock in the first pin, and then take your hand away and knock it all the way in. Why I got you to mark up the other side of your wood is so you can use that line as a guide to where to put your nails. Once you've got this end in, switch it round so you can move your piece of wood and line it up to your marking, and then put another nail in on the line. You'll need about 4 nails along this line and into your centre piece of wood to secure it. And then once you've done that side, you need to flip it over, apply some glue along this edge, and then place the second piece onto that. Again, marking it up so it's in the centre of this board, so it sits central. I'm marking mine up by eye, but you can measure it if you'd like. Do one side, turn it round and line that side up. And then put a nail in the other side. The next thing we're going to do is take the 2 longest boards out of your kit. You're going to take each board separately and you're going to measure up from the bottom, which is the straight edge, 15 centimetres, and then use your ruler to make a line. You need to flip it over and do it on the other side, and also join the line at the edges as a guide. Once you've done that to both pieces, you need to bring it back. Make sure that both of your side pieces are the same way round, so that the longest edge is on the table with the point at the top. The straight edge will be your base, okay? So now we've marked up our shelf, you need to take your glue, and like I have here, add a bit of glue to the 2 end edges. You're then going to take your shelf side that you've just made up, and you're going to line it up so the bottom of this shelf is flush with the line that you've just drawn. So take your nails and your hammer, and remember, this time you need to hammer your nail in above the line that you've marked rather than on it, because the bottom of the shelf is lined up with that line. Keep making sure that your line is flush with the bottom of your shelf. Knock your nail into place. Again, you need around 4 on this shelf piece of pallet wood. Don't do this one yet, we'll come back to this one once we've done this one. So now you've attached this side, you need to measure the inside of your shelf. So from the inside edge to the inside edge, that needs to be 15 centimetres to make sure that this is pushed out enough. So mark that up like I have here. Line your shelf up with it. It should be fairly there anyway because you've put this centre bit in. And then use your nails and your hammer to knock it in like you just did your other shelf. As you're hammering, make sure you keep it nice and flush. So keep pulling it, keep checking it. You'll need again another 4 nails in this side. We're going to flip it. You're going to take your second side and place it on the top like before. Now before we glue, you need to make sure that your diagonals are running in the same way so that your longest edge is in the same place as your other side longest edge. Okay. When we attach the roof's going to slant down. So you need to make sure that both edges work for the roof once we get there. So glue your 2 ends like before. And then we're going to line our bottom shelf with that marking that we made earlier. And then you're going to knock your nails into this one. You're going to measure your 15 centimetre gap between the 2 shelves, mark that, and then knock the nails into the second shelf like you did on the other side. Now your structure should look like this. And next we're going to attach the top. So your top is the piece with the 2 drilled holes in. Now we need to make sure that the drilled holes are sitting along the back edge for your sign. So the drill hole should be in the same line as your longest point on your angle. So like you can see here. Okay. You need to glue your 2 ends like that. And then place your roof on the top. Now the back edges need to be flush to each other so that you get a little bit of an overhang at the front for shelter for your bugs. So once you've done that, take your nails and then you need to knock in your nails into the roof to secure it like you did your sides. Okay, so you're going to need about 4 nails down each side to secure it. Make sure that you pull in your sides so that it's nice and flush at each side, and then we'll come back to do the floor. Now you've attached your roof, we're going to flip it over and attach the base. Now this might be tricky because of the slanted edge on the roof, so ask for another pair of hands if you need it. You need to glue your edges like before. This should now be your flat edges. Ooh. And then take your board, and this should be flush with all of the other edges on your sides. Take your nails, you want 4 on each side like before. Make sure that it's nice and flush on the other side. You can pull it in if necessary at one end. And then we're done with the hammering. Woohoo! So now we've attached all of our pieces together. We're going to sand it. So we have pre-sanded your kits once, so it depends how far you want to go with it. This is an outdoor product, so it doesn't necessarily need a lot of sanding, but make sure that you get all your pencil marks off to make it nice and neat. You will need a mask for this one. So wear your mask, take the sandpaper from your kit, and sand away all your pencil marks, round off any corners that you want rounded off, and just get rid of any splintery bits that you can see. So now you've sanded your bug hotel, we're going to make our sign. We've stamped ours with letter stamps, but you can write yours on with a pen or a marker or anything you like really, and name it if you want, and write whatever you like. So take your dowel, you need to dip your dowel in your glue, push it into the holes, so make sure when you're writing your sign that your holes are on the bottom. And then take your hammer and knock them in so they're nice and tight. Okay. You're then going to take your spreader and put glue on the bottom of your dowel. Stand your bug house up and then place them in the holes that are at the top of your bug house and knock them in. So this is your opportunity to make sure that it's nice and straight. So we've put slanted holes in your bug house, so it's just a case of arranging it so it's in the right place. Okay. Once you've done that, you need to wait for your glue to dry so it's nice and secure. So we'll come back to do the finishing varnish. Once your sign is in, flip your bug hotel over so you're working from the back, and then measure 10 centimetres down from the top. And then you're going to take your hooks and place them flush with the 10 centimetre line. We're doing ours so they're facing in so that you can't see them once we fill it up, and you can easily attach it to your fence before you fill up your bug hotel. Use your screwdriver and screw in the screws. If you're struggling to screw these in, use one of the nails from your kits to make a little hole to guide your screw in, and that will help you out. So once you've done one, go over to the other side and attach your second one, and then we're going to varnish it. Now your bug house has come together, we're going to take the varnish that you've got in your kits and using a paintbrush, apply varnish all over. This will need several coats, inside and out, and then leave it to dry, and then we'll come back to filling it. So while our bug hotel is waiting outside in the sunshine to dry, we're going to go out of our basket and collect all the goodies we need to go inside it.